Third quality, verse 3 continues, not given to much wine. So, reverent in behavior, not a slanderer. Thirdly, not given to much wine. Paul here again focuses on self-controlled moderation. He said that should characterize a woman in every age of Christ's church. Most women in the early church were formerly pagans. Drunkenness was normal for them. Drinking was the best way to forget how hard life was. If you want to see a similar society, look at the Russian society. There's so much drunkenness in that society because it's so hard. Look at where American society is going. Coming to Christ changed everything, but old habits were hard to break. The old ways of their husbands would come back. Old pains from emotional and physical abuse would resurface, and the temptation to slip back into intemperance of a slavery to wine would grow strong. A lack of physical control of any appetite points to spiritual immaturity. Both Timothy and Titus were told to beware of women returning to their old habits in this realm of drinking. And in our society, there's a whole generation of people that don't drink or smoke or go with folks that do, that have great intemperance in many other areas, be it eating, be it addiction to entertainment or media or whatever, to fashion or to their body. Godly women are to be spirit-controlled in every part of their life. They resist excess in any area. They are not slaves to any substance. They're not slaves to any amusement, any fashion, any attitude that doesn't please their master in heaven. So a godly woman God uses is reverent, not a slanderer, and not given to much wine. Fourth character quality we see in verse 3 is a teacher of good things. Paul starts and ends his third verse with the same thought. Godly women are show and tellers. Do you remember school? Do you remember show and tell? I used to love show and tell. I loved to bring something strange and be able to hold it up in front of the class and show it to them and explain it. Did you ever do that when you were little? Well, that's what we're all supposed to do with our lives. We live what we teach. We train others in the pattern that we have learned. Their walk speaks louder than their talk is what this fourth quality is. Their life is under God's control in all areas. Their tongues, their appetites, their habits. They do not overindulge themselves. They are not overweight gluttons. They are not pleasure hungry. They are not malicious talkers. These godly older women were noble in everything. In the way they lived life, they taught by their actions what was good. They were teachers of good things. They modeled truth. A godly woman teaches by her life what is good in God's sight. She carefully chooses the better part. Do you remember what Mary and Martha? Remember when Luke points it out that Mary and Martha, as lives were contrasted, Mary was the one who chose the better part and worshiped Christ, while Martha was doing everything else and was kind of overwrought and upset and frazzled. Jesus said, the godly woman teaches by her life what is good. She carefully chooses the better part, as Mary did over Martha. Titus 2 women see every area of their lives as an open book that should and does teach Christ's gracious lordship. They began to say, as Paul did in 1 Corinthians 11:1, imitate me as I imitate Christ. What a goal in life.